Hello and welcome to Moster Does the Crossword. This is Moster. Thank you very much for coming along with me on this restart of the adventure with some different software. Anyway, the general idea is that every day I do the New York Times crossword and I record myself talking to myself about it. And I also record a little ditty about what I thought and how I did and things that might interest people. So this intro will take you to either of those two courses, or you can click stop now and get on with your existence as you see fit. I am at the point here now, especially that I have this thing actually working the way I want it to, that I'm going to start getting a little more public with it. So if anybody would like to like this or share or comment, that would be very much appreciated. This was a fine Friday puzzle. I think I did pretty well on it. There were a few interesting things. Not as good as the one from Thursday, which hopefully I'll get posted fairly soon as well. But still, a good time, some interesting things to learn, etc. So without further ado, I will let you go along your path and wish you a peaceful journey. Alright, here we go. Maybe this one will get uploaded. What takes looking and keeps on sticking. Duct tape, post-it note, Velcro? No. Alright. Bars that close. I kind of want to say jail, but I don't think that's right. Sandpaper specification is grit. Choreographer posthumously received the Presidential Medal of Freedom. 5, so it's not Thorpe. Is it Fosse? Maybe. Scores. Wins, nets, bags. Greek goddess who could turn water into wine. I thought it was Dionysus, so I don't know. Stargazers need. Is it just telescope? Let's see. No, it's not. That's good. So it's gonna be something, a constellation map or something. Chef Lewis, where are we? 19. Who wrote The Taste of Country Cooking? No, I do not know. I don't even know if Lewis is a first name or a last name in this case. Hookups for a camera with a question mark. Is it Firewire? That would be pretty funny. Might be. USB ports or cables. Cable. Lots of options like that. Over the hill with up. Failed, no. Feet, no. Feet up, toes up, belly up. No, that's good, I guess. Something you might flip over or flip over. Let's say mat, because it could be that simple. Rock on the edge in 6. This is 24 across. What can follow plus or minus estimate? Margin of error. Now I feel pretty good about it. Not just in one's head. Actual. Nope, that's 6. Why am I doing that lately? No. Yeah. You might get a date from it. Mail. Phone. Watch. Calendar. Objects of stargazers' gazes. But it's also orbs? I'm going to try that. It's kind of weak, but we'll see. So in Italian is something like assi, I don't know. Shopping, mall site, cart, basket. Trolley bag list. Excuse me, mandate need. Follow, tail, maybe. For 28. What does it say? 38. Unit of measure in a tongue twister. I don't know if it's inch or mile. It could be any one of them. It could be whatever. We'll find out. Product whose name comes from the French for without caffeine. Is it coffee? Probably not, but we'll find out. No, it's probably Sanka. Maybe. As long as we're on the subject. While something. While we're here. Maybe. Daniel and the Lions Den Painter 1615. I don't know. I don't know fucking... I don't even know what that would be. Is that... I don't know. A new beginning. Fundamental particles. Electrons, muons, gluons. Protons, quarks. Sings to the rafters. Belts out. Like that. Let's hope it's correct. Preference to sharing one's POV is IMHO, in my humble opinion. Fart on your face. Really are you sure? Vegetable related to garlic, and it's not shallot, and it's not onion. I kind of want to say beet, but I'm not gonna. Bread, whose name derives from the Sanskrit for bread. Let's say naan for that. Chemistry lab compound. Chemistry lab compound. Mole doesn't work. Titer doesn't work. Solution doesn't work. Saline doesn't work. Certain tax write-off, no idea. San Francisco-based candy brand, and it's not Ghirardelli. I don't know. It's not Mars. Or maybe it is. Missing funds. In debt, owing... either one of those. Ink containers. I'm going to get rid of this and say that ink containers is wells. Whoops. W-E-R, so it's not. So it's pens. Which still... Mahjong piece tile, so it's probably not pens. Middle child of modern family, I don't know. Supermarket section. Anything these days. The only remaining wonder of the ancient world. 4-1. I don't know. Hyperbole. Stuck-up couples at weddings. That's gonna be the cake topper. So while we're here is wrong, that's fine. That's definitely right. Our cake toppers were Senor and Senora Misterioso. Company that makes moving walkways, that's Otis. They make all the, or a lot of the elevators and escalators and that kind of shit. First word, well, dough. And hey, I'm talking to you. Can you hear me? No. Do you hear me? No. G crosses the line, goes too far. Don't be misled by this. That's interesting. I don't know the answer. Kind of circle. Inner. Resident of Nintendo's Mushroom King known as Toad. And what are we here? Running from here to there? Question mark. Oh. Aerlingus like that. Brain power. It's calculated relative to the speed of sound. So let's mock. Ingredient in the skincare aisle, aloe. Aloe's what everybody loves. There's always a place for aloe in a crossword. View from the Oval Office, Rose Garden. So IMHO is wrong. OSEGARDEN. Tourists reading. Tourists. Ludicrous display. I want to say flash because that's kind of silly. Make a turnover is going to be bake. Turnovers with a question mark is stats, not with a question mark, etc. They've really had a thing for stat lately in all of its various formats. Logos on Little League uniforms. Well, is it? Local ads? Maybe? It doesn't have to be non. There's plenty of other. Let's try that. Applies a salve to LOTIO. Let's not go that far just yet. Swamp is bog. Bowler material is felt. Alright, so Are You Sure is wrong. Oh, I am a fortune's fool. Is that Romeo? It could be. That doesn't help at all. Something is wrong here, though. Probably local ads. Send an invoice as bill. Take the bait as bite. That is definitely correct. Bit of ceremonial attire. Sash. Name that has left-right symmetry. Auto. User ID. Civil offense is tort. Tool that makes the sound. Scritch, scritch, scritch is a hoe. Peter Rabbit was a dick and deserved what he got. Anyway, what's this? Is that so? Ester is a lab compound. Tax write-off, still not sure. Also not sure about this candy brand. Missing funds is short, though. Soothes. So it is Sanka. Interesting. As long as we're on the subject. BEFORE. Okay, so that means that this is wrong. Oh. P-E-F-O-R-E-I, forget. Now this, don't be misled by this red herring. E-G. Run from here to there, I still don't know. Stargazers need night skies. Let's see if that ends up being correct. It's kind of cute if it does. Hookups for cameras we still don't have. Supermarket section. I don't know, what's this? Bars that close. Coda. Musical. Choreographer, still don't know. Scores, I guess, is a ton. This is Answer Me, I guess. So what's this? Rock on the Edge Teeter. Brain Power. I don't know. You might get a date from at prom. Ludicrous Display Farce. So not prom. But what is it? Palm. Date Palm. Tele something. Shopping spree. Unit of measure in a tongue twister. Tele brain power. K-I-N-E-S-I-S. Yes. I don't know, I always feel like it's ISIS. But I guess that's wrong. Unit of peck. Peter Pepper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Logos on Little League uniforms. Sports something. No. Because this is a no. Vegetable related garlic leek, I guess. That's a roti for the bread, not naan. Certain tax write-off is probably lien. San Francisco, I still don't know that. SPO. ROMEO. Loan. So I'm leaving this as Romeo. OMR. BO, fundamental particles, bosons. Okay. Preference. So I'm going to put this back as IMHL. Rose bushes. So this is not right. Loss. Tourist reading guidebooks. UID. Swamp Fen. What takes a looking and keeps on sticking? East. That makes sense. Choreographer, I still don't know. Mahjong piece. I definitely don't know. That's not getting me anywhere. Supermarket section. Something is definitely wrong here. ENT. No. Run run from here to their span? Yes. Sponsors. That's kind of... Yes. But I think I've heard of Seas Candy. Anyway, not just in one's head is allowed. Okay. The only remaining wonder of the ancient world. Pyramid. Okay. Clear skies. I thought the Great Wall was one of the wonders of the ancient world. Pyr. Okay, so I just said this is clear skies. Okay, now supermarket section. I kind of want to say meat. Hookups for a camera. Ink containers is going to be sex. So this is sex tapes. Ha 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 with a question mark. How are we spelling Alvin Ailey? This is obviously back to tile. So that's stamp? Wow. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Here comes the review of the New York Times crossword for, what is it? It's Friday the 27th of August, 2021. This was a pretty strong Friday. I'll get to the screenshots shortly. But, 20 minutes is actually, it's a good time for me for a Friday. Again, there's not a lot of real connectivity. You've just got a bunch of long clues. I like over here where we have... Can I do that? Let's find out. Where we have this I liked. The OO and RR. I kind of dug that, even though it's as much coincidence as anything else. Yeah, other stuff. Let me go see what's in the screen captures, and then if there's anything else that I want to talk about, we'll come back here at the end. Oh, I gotta do that. And now we can do this. Okay, so yeah, what can follow plus or minus margin of error. I liked that one for 25 across, and I think it actually stuck. Belts out, I also liked first things to the rafters. You can see up here while we're here, that changes to before I forget, I think. Preface sharing one's POV, IMHO, in my humble opinion. This one, came out and went back, I think, for some reason. And this one also, Are You Sure? Ended up being, Oh, Is That So? I always like it when I'm wrong about stuff like that. On the other hand, stuck-up couples at weddings, cake toppers, fairly standard sort of a pun for a crossword. Maybe a little easy for a Friday, if anything. Crosses a line, goes too far, fairly self-explanatory. Ingredient in the skincare aisle is aloe. Aloe is one that they love. It comes up all the fucking time. Turnovers is another one lately. There's a lot of stats. ERAs, for example, blah, blah, blah. So definitely keep that one in your brain. Make a turnover, bake. I thought that was cute, especially right next to the stat. And Sanka for a product whose name comes for the French without caffeine. This is another one that I think I kind of destroy and bring back, or maybe this is after that point. And here's where I took and fixed before I forget. Don't be misled, red herring. Again, fairly, I don't want to say basic, but red herring in a mystery is a distraction, an intentional distraction. This one, I had night skies. It ends up being clear skies for stargazers need. Another one where I was happier with their answer than mine. Similarly, I wasn't really happy with pens for whatever ink containers. It ends up being sacks. I'm a lot more jazzed about that. I like this one, bars that close, coda, like that's the end of a piece of music, so bars like music. That's a nice little bit of punning there. And then, hey, I'm talking to you, answer me. This one kind of opened up a few things for me. Like teeter and then brain power, telekinesis. I don't know, the pedant in me likes to say that brain power would be psychokinesis, not telekinesis, or it would be psychotelekinesis or telepsychokinesis, but you need the psycho in there to get the brain. But anyway, bread whose name comes from the Sanskrit for bread is roti. I'm sure I had naan in here, but it's roti. It makes so much more sense. And bosons were the fundamental particle that I was trying to figure out. And there's IMHO coming back. And you can see here that the cross on the bottom is loss. And I had rose gardens, or rose garden, for view from the Oval Office instead of rose bushes. And that G and the B for before I forget. Logos on Little League uniform sponsors. This one I went kind of silly thinking about ads or something, but again, this is by far the most sensible option. And C's Candy in San Francisco, I'm sure I've heard of that. It vaguely rings a bell somewhere. The only remaining wonder of the ancient world, pyramid. This one threw me a little bit because I kind of thought the Great Wall was an ancient wonder of the world, but maybe not. And that's where I got clear skies instead of night skies. Hookups for a camera, sex tapes. I was thinking it was some kind of like a USB port or a cable or firewire or something like that. But sex tapes makes much more sense. And I guess that's it. Is there anything that I missed? Let's go back. Can I do this here? Yes. Oh, ester over here for chemistry lab compound. That was a pretty good one. 57 across. I was thinking mole or titrator or something like that, but ester fits. What else? Spree for shopping. Shopping spree. That was pretty good. Follow heat. I had tail there, but heat is definitely better in that case also. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing. Oh, did I get Alvin Ailey for the choreographer? Probably not. But that's an important one. And I like this one also, not just in one's head, aloud. Always surprises me when I remember that, there was a long period of time when people only read out loud. But anyway, I think that's all the interesting ones. What do we? Oh, we have Otis here for the moving walkways. They make all kinds of elevators and shit like that. And Doe for Doe a Deer for the Sound of Music. Then it takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Sticking stamp, yes, because it's a lick and stick. Although I don't think any of them are anymore. But regardless, I think I'm going to end it here. I am going to, as always, thank you very much for coming along. Ask you to react to this because once it goes up, it will be the final notion and it will be pretty well sustainable. And as always, I will wish you a peaceful journey.